Jesus' name. Who remembers meeting at the Methodist Church, Wesley Hall, and Connie Talbot being introduced to us to do some choreography for our show? Who remembers that? That's when I met you. That was 74, I think. No, that's not how old I was, that's what year it was. Anyway, Connie has got a special tribute she wants to do for Miss Evelyn.
This is an ode to Evelyn. How often I've wished I had said to you, thanks for the stroll down Music Avenue. What pleasant memories each of us has, working in harmony from hymns to jazz. And remember our trip to beautiful NC? John McCunis gave a concert for free. From glass goblets, he'd add water or sip a bit until each tone was a flawless fit. He created a scale in perfect pitch and tapped out tunes without a glitch. What a positive influence you instilled in lives. Your effectiveness rates with high fives. You definitely contributed your caring assistance, always with a smile and unfailing consistence. Much knowledge was gained from performing on stages. This provided the group with experiences advantageous. You made everyone feel like a special star. Their skills and accomplishments made an impressive repertoire. Your community leadership was an important feat. The county is proud. The auditorium is complete. Insignificant recognition was given to you. The compliments and commendations were far too few. But all who know you realize that we've been blessed. Thanks for sharing your talents, Evelyn. You are the best. Your love for music and people will be recalled a lot. In conclusion, we all say, forget us not.
All right. Do you need some Kleenex or anything? You got some? Okay. Evelyn, don't start crying, nothing like that. Most people do not believe it when I tell them that I used to be fairly shy. My wife is cackling. Until Miss Evelyn was my first voice coach. And until I started working with her, I didn't really know what it was like to truly perform. I had been playing trumpet, I had been in the marching band, I had been in little rock and roll garage bands and stuff. But until you took me and showed me how to work the stage, I never knew that. You brought me out of my shell. And I'm forever grateful to you for that. And I really you had a magnificent impact on my life. And I'll always remember that, and I'll always love you for it. Thank you. I'm going to sing a song just for you. What? We used to do that little chorus part when it started, but I don't think I could ever learn that song. That was kind of a tough one to do. But I'm gonna do a song that I hope you'll like. I hope you'll play. Wise men say only fools rush in. Start crying. But I can't help falling in love with you. But my wife is okay with this. Shall I say, would it be a sin for I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. For I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too. I brother. Thank you.
What happened to this song?
That was pretty much it.
Thank you, David.
Okay. If you're following your program, don't. Because we're not doing what's on the program and my battery's running out. So I'll change that in a minute. I'll put it like this microphone. Was there any other tributes before I start this stuff?
Everybody that's here, I think it's great.
Take that. All right. Y'all know this song. This is not even on, is it?
No.
David, you need some,
I need what?
need some help?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Y'all know these songs that I'm going to start doing? Feel free to sing along. That's what it says. Singing with David, okay? Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is over than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. Mama, take me home, country road. All my memories gather round her. I'm just laying, stranger to the water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Just a taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. My mama, take me home, country road. I hear the voice in the morning now she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia. My mama, take me home, country road, take me home, country road, take me home, country road. Y'all sounded pretty good. Sounded pretty good. Some of y'all still got it. Some of you don't. Some of you should have quit singing a few years ago. Eddie. I can only say that to my brother-in-law. If I had a hand, I'd have it in the room. I'd have her in the heat, all over this land. I'd have her out danger, I'd have her out warning. I'd have her out the love between my brothers and sisters all over. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out warning, I'd ring out the love between my brothers and my sisters all over this land. I
song. I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. I have a hammer, and I have a pen, I have a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's a song about the love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land.
Some of these songs I haven't done in a really long time. Y'all remember when we were on the bus to North Carolina? And we were singing songs with the guitar? Do y'all remember any song that we did?
No.
Me too. Me too. I know that we sang a lot, but I don't remember anything that we did.
You mean the prison bus?
I was going to say, if y'all remember one of the songs, tell me and we'll try to do it. I don't remember.
How many roads must a man walk down before he called here again? And some lonely machines must a white dove sing before she sleeps in the sun. Yes, and how many times must the counting horse before they forget their name? The answer is no. The answer is no. How many years can a mountain resist before it's lost to the sea? Yes, and how many years can some people resist before they're hard to be free? How many times can a man turn his head and pretend he just doesn't see? The answer, my friend, is no. The answer is no. How many times must a man live before he can see the sky? Years must one man before he can hear people cry? And how many deaths will it take to realize that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is no. The answer is no. The answer, my friend, praise the Lord. We were talking yesterday about Lori doing something.
Go, Lori.
All right, this is how this works. We were talking about her kicking her shoes off and doing a song, and all of a sudden it became me doing it for 2 minutes and she's going to finish the last minute. Now, I don't know exactly how that works because this was going to be your song.
You just gave me less than 24 hours to do this.
But you're a professional. Would you?
I just want to say for Mama Evelyn that she gave me some advice that nobody else in this room probably got except Chrissy and Darlene. But it was, if you do not make your bed in the morning, your whole day will be unorganized. So I just want you to know that every day my bed is made, my motel bed is made today. So I think of you every morning. Thank you.
Who makes a bed in a motel room. But you pay people to do that.
That's, yeah.
Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other. Something in the way she moves. I don't want to leave her now. No other leaving now. Somewhere in your smile, she knows. I don't need no other. Something in the sky that shows. I don't want to leave now. No other leaving now. You're asking me why I love you. I don't know, I don't know. Stick around, not it may so. I don't know, I don't know. Something in the way she goes. All I have to do is think. Something in the things she says. I don't want to be alone. No other reason. You're asking me why I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Stick around, I'll may so. I don't know. I don't know. That's Lori Schmidt right there.
You still have a dance studio.
And she still has a dance studio.
Okay.
And she still will not do a 3-minute song.
I can't remember 3-year-old routine.
Chrissy, what's next?
Oh, Debbie. No.
You need Kleenex?
I'm going to have to read this. Okay. I still remember the day that Chrissy came to school and asked if some of us were interested in having a singing group just for teenagers. She told us that you wanted to get one started, so we agreed and went to a meeting at your house. We were all excited, especially when you let us throw out the names of songs that we might like to sing. From then on, Monday evenings were reserved for singing practice. And that image of us all sitting on your floor of the living room with the grand piano is engraved in my memory forever. We had such fun. Within a few months, we were ready for our first performance at the Presbyterian Church. We had the red shirts made. We had to buy jeans, which for us girls meant we had to go down to Tatum and Johnson's and get measured for boy jeans, because they didn't make jeans for girls back then. So we were very nervous that night for the first performance, but you always gave us confidence. Another early performance I remember was when the Winter Haven Mall opened, and we went and we did a whole performance on the risers outside the big doors going into Sears. So we advanced from singing the popular songs to full musicals. The first was Jubilation. That was lots of fun. And it was quite an ambitious undertaking, but under your direction, we learned all the songs and the movements. It was during those years that you developed our confidence. I remember the first practice for the Battle Hymn of the Republic. As we looked over the music, you said, Beth and Debbie, I need you to hit that high B flat at the end of the song. I wasn't so sure that I could do it, but you already knew that we could. And I don't think I can do it anymore, but I could do it back then. And we probably back then never thought about all that you did behind the scenes. The phone calls, setting up performances, arranging places all over Central Florida, getting the music that we wanted, creating and copying the programs, and dealing with all of our diverse personalities and schedules, especially all of us who were also in band. So during those, since those high school years, I've continued singing. I'm currently on the praise team at my church, and I just want to thank you for all the time you spent cultivating a desire and enjoyment for singing. We really did have lots of fun. Thank you for your commitment to us and for having the vision to start the Young Highlanders way back in 1972. You will always have a very special place in all of our hearts.
Yeah. I'm getting a little misty here. I think we have the Adelines coming up next. Is that correct?
No,
Not yet?
No, because they aren't going to get here till 6:30.
They're not going to get here.
That's all right. We're flexible. We're very
Okay. Okay. Who's next with something that they want to say?
They're working on it.
They're working on it. Writing it as we speak. Okay. And they have it. Okay.
David?
Yeah.
Del?
Mrs. Dell?
Wanted to bring the mic to you. Yeah, let's just bring her the mic, David.
Let me change the battery.
The walk wouldn't hurt me. Okay, go for it.
Give me just a minute.
She's coming to you, David.
What?
She's coming to meet you. Yeah, she's going to wait.
Test.
Okay, come on, David.
You're right about the drink.
Thank you. Okay. I hate following all these wonderful tributes to Evelyn because mine certainly isn't that good, but it's from the heart. So, you don't know this, but Evelyn Jones was my neighbor. She lived 2 houses down from me, so made her a very special person for me. Dear Evelyn, I appreciate this opportunity to come to your reunion and to reflect back on our musical experiences together. I moved here from Miami in 1973, and when you heard that I was a pianist, you asked if I would accompany you. And I did, and you were a very, very sought after singer, performer, and she did so much around the community. And So we played together quite frequently. And at that time, as you all know, there was no music in the high school. And I always thought it was your daughter that came to you and said they really needed to have some vocal music. And so you decided to start a chorus for your children and members of the band and other young people, anyone who wanted to come. The chorus flourished, and it drew in many, many other young people, and it became very well known in this area. I will always eternally be grateful to you for opening up the world of singing to my son. He was very musical, and he played several instruments, but he didn't seem to enjoy singing. We never heard him sing. And I think you opened up that world for him. He just loved it. And he not only discovered singing, but he learned many social skills being in this group that influenced the rest of his life. And he used a lot of these skills in his profession. He is a minister in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. You are a very talented, strong, and a passionate leader. And you made a great and lasting contribution to this community. And you also helped organize the Sweet Evelyns. When Shirley Bassett came to town, she wanted someone, and she knew that Evelyn was well known as a director, and so she asked you if you would start it. And you certainly did. And I think you, am I correct, you held the job for about 2 years at that time, and got a great number of people coming in and singing with us. It got us on our start. So we want to thank you. You have been just such a source of help to this community, music-wise, and I'm sure that anyone that knew you will always remember you. And we thank you, and we have missed you very much.
Evelyn Bell. Sherwin McIntosh was one of our original members. And he has something that he wants to say, and then he and his wife Debbie are going to do a little entertaining for us. Okay?
Well, I'm very honored to be here. Mrs. Jones was a very important part of my musical development. It was one of the first opportunities that I had to work with a professional. And I wrote you a little something here. I wanted to take the opportunity to thank you for the big impression that you made on my life. Your love for music and excellence was contagious. I can imagine you giving advice to make your bed in the morning, because that's the type of person that you would be, everything to be excellent, even starting with your bed. You had a personality and charisma that served as the Pied Piper to lead the young Highlanders, and we all eagerly followed. I had never had the opportunity to work with a vocal group outside of church, and the Young Highlanders was a short but important part of my life. I think Candy and I were only able to be part of the group for 1 year, and then you guys kept going. We didn't get to go to North Carolina. I don't know what the bus you're talking about, but it was just incredible to have that 1 year with you. I will never forget a conversation that you had with me after a rehearsal one night. You talked about a job as a pianist, and I think it was in North Carolina, that you were trying to get me to take this for some summer theater group. And you were like, you can do this, I know you can do this. Of course, my mother would never have let me do that, but you believed in me, and you really inspired me to think beyond Avon Park, to think big dreams for my life. And what I remember most is that you believed in me, and you gave me a vision for something to take chances, and that I could do something with my talent. And that inspired me to go on to University of Florida and do other great things. So thank you very much. Appreciate that.
We wrote a song for the Young Highlanders. When you were there, you wrote it, didn't you?
Well, actually, I wrote it later on in college.
Oh,
And
that's
you,
why we knew it.
and you brought me back to Avon
That's
Park to
why we
perform
knew
that in
it.
the new auditorium with the Young Highlanders.
We're gonna do it tonight. If you can remember the words? Is that-
Yes. Well, when I told my wife that about this reunion, what's her name? This is Debbie, my beautiful wife. I said, this reunion is happening, and I had missed my high school reunion last fall because Candy didn't call me. Candy sent me Facebook, and I never checked these. But so it actually turned out that this weekend is our anniversary weekend. I said, honey, let's go to Avon Park for that. She's actually planning a trip to New York City, so it's like New York, Avon Park. We can stay at the Jacaranda, and we can So anyway, tomorrow is our anniversary, and so I wanted to sing a song, for us to sing a song as a duet, and Nobody Loves Me Like You Do is the song. And I want to dedicate this to you as well, that for your love for all these people here, that nobody challenged us, nobody inspired us.
How many years you been married?
34 years.
34.
Test, test, check, check, check.
Check, 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 check.
Like a candle burning bright, love is glowing in your eyes, a flame to light the way that grows brighter every day. I found you. Nobody loves me like you do.
Like a leaf upon the wind, I could find no place to land. I dreamed the hours away and wondered every day, do dreams come true? Nobody loves me like you do. Why would I never met you? Where would I be right now? It's funny how life just falls in place somehow.
Touch my heart in places
That I never even knew. Nobody loves me like you do. I was words without a tune.
I was a song still
you
Yeah.
Thanks for spending our anniversary here. I wanted to do one more thing. This is a medley I put together because I think you're such a big dreamer and you've got such great dreams in your lives and given us all dreams. And I know we were band players and you taught us to sing, which was a big dream for all of us, and this is something that never thought was possible. But this is a medley of two songs about dreamers, one from Les Mis and one from Man of La Mancha. And I hate to follow David on all this with the sing-alongs, but feel free to join in this one.
Take it away, brother.
I dreamed a dream in days gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. But I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine tasted. But the dragons come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, and they tear your hope apart, and they turn your dreams to shame, to shame. To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to strive when your arms are too weary to reach the unreachable star. This still is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that one woman, scorned, covered with scars, still strove with her last ounce of courage to dream
show for tonight. Thank y'all for coming out. Sherwin will be doing autographs out in the parking lot. Are the Sweet Adelines ready? You think they're outside? They went outside because they didn't want to hear what you sounded like. They were a little skeptical about following you. Sherwin, you ought to do this for maybe like a living or something. Have you ever considered that?
They said they're on the way. They're on the other side of the parking lot, so.
You better be careful because most of them can't drive at night anymore. They get to get going. He did not just say that, did he?
I want to say something.
I want you to.
If everybody believed in the impossible dream, we would have a better world. There you go. We've got to fight for that. We've got to think more positive. We've got to clean up this world and make it happen. And that can happen if a few people can do it. We've got to do it.
There's little pencils here if y'all want to do sermon notes. Go ahead. You're on a roll here. Keep going.
David, I'll go and read mine while waiting.
Would you? Please come on up. Please.
They asked for a bio. Mine's more about me, but it's.
Are you going to sing right now? Because I'll turn it off.
Okay, before I get started on mine, I wanted to say I remember when they came to me in the gymnasium at the high school and asked me about singing in school. And what a difference that question has made in my life. I was a charter member of the Young Highlanders. I started at the very beginning in 1972, and I went until 1978. I was in there for 6 years. I enjoyed singing and performing for others and with my friends so much. I had no idea how much this was going to affect the rest of my life. I look back now and realize how blessed and fortunate we were all to have Mrs. Jones, Connie Talbot, and Don Miser willing to give of their time and talent to us. It is because of their generosity I am still singing and performing as much as I can now. I got married to my high school sweetheart, Ricky Helms, in October of '77. Thus the reason I finally retired as a young Highlanders. I kind of felt I'd outgrown some of those high school kids. I was a married woman, so. After leaving the Young Highlanders in '78, I joined the Sweet Adelines a year or so later and sang with them until my second child was born in '84. I had full intentions of rejoining after the children were older, but by that time I was so busy being a mother, I just did not have the time to commit to singing year-round. The baby's now 28 years old. My oldest son, Glenn, was born in '81. He's married and is a mechanical engineer with Honda in Lincoln. He and his wife, Tanya, have blessed us with 2 beautiful granddaughters, age 5 and 4. And our youngest son, Brian, is a computer engineer for Harris Corporation over in Melbourne. I have sang in my church choirs and have helped with Christmas and Easter cantatas at other churches also. I've sang at weddings, funerals, women's programs. Just about any time you ask me to sing, I'll tell you yes. For the past 25 years or so, I've been fortunate enough to sing under the direction of Dr. Stephen Darr from Warner University in Lake Wales. When he was the music director at Warner Southern College, now Warner University, we did a patriotic program called Liberty in February and a gospel sing in April. We had a choir of approximately 130 in the gospel sing and traveled to different large churches in a 50-mile radius and packed the house every time. With the patriotic program, we were a singing flag of approximately 100 and a large staff of patriotic characters such as Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Betsy Ross, and did 5 shows with 1,000 attendees each and packed the house every time, paying tribute to America, the military, and first responders such as firefighters and law enforcement. What a feeling when you see these people proudly representing their branch of the military or firefighters and law enforcement workers everywhere. It's a feeling that you just can't imagine until you've done that. When you perform it. Dr. Darr is no longer the music director at Warner University, but is still employed in an administrative position there. As a result, We now perform at his local church with a choir of 65 to 68 singers. This year we did a Christmas program in December, a patriotic program in February, and just finished our gospel sing in April. At our April gospel sing, Dr. Dar announced that we have been asked to sing as backup singers for the Gaither family Christmas homecoming in Lakeland, Florida on December the 7th, 2013. So me and 99 of my friends are going to be singing for the Gaithers. I am so honored and excited about singing with the Gaithers and thrilled that my singing has brought me this far. More than likely, I probably would have never sang in public if it wasn't for you. Again. Don't do that. I feel that God has blessed me with a voice to use for His work, and I'm so blessed to be able to share with others through song. I made a CD last year of 12 of my favorite Christian songs. That was an awesome experience. So, Mrs. Jones, I thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for all your work and hours that you gave to me and others. As a result, music is a very big part of my life, and I received and am still receiving great joy in my life from singing and performing. What a privilege to honor you today. Thank you so much.
Y'all got to stop all this sappy stuff now. Come on. I'm already past getting misty. Y'all would have me just calling here in a minute. Are you ready, sweet Adelines?
We're ready.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Sweet Adeline. Keep on coming because I don't.
This is a hot tap song.
Oh, isn't that cute? Now, is this the hard line? This is the heart of Highland. For some reason, they got their S knocked off. It wouldn't fit on the application. Is that what it is? Word document. Anyway, the Sweet Adeline, Heart of Highland chapter. Take it with it.
me cry. I'm gonna leave you down and die. I ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime. And if you don't come back, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. If he ever comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. Sitting down, looking through my back door, wondering which way to go. That man I'm crazy about, he don't want me no more. Think I'll take me a square day, cause I'm feeling so good. Riding all the way to the end of the line, thinking only of you, bum, bum, bum. Meanwhile in another city, just about to go insane. Seems like I heard my baby the way he used to call my name. If he ever comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. Walking with my baby down by the San Francisco Bay. I said I'm walking with my baby by San Francisco Bay.
We'd like all Sweet Airlines that are here, former Sweet Airlines, present, whatever, to join us in singing Harmonize the World.
Ms. Jones said,
I didn't sing that.
she mentioned a moment ago that y'all look like the Rockettes. I want to know if y'all can do a kick without throwing the hip out or something. Y'all want to try that?
Most of these ladies don't even know who Evelyn is. So Evelyn, I'd like to introduce you to the Heart of Highland Chorus, the present Heart of Highland Chorus, because they don't know who you are now.
Thanks for coming.
Sing a song to your neighbor, she'll start humming along. Sing a song to a stranger, soon she'll join in the song. Music spreads harmony throughout the land. Joyful notes in a chord. Sing out and ring out your voice loud and long. Harmonize the world with a song. Harmonize the world.
All right, Beth is handing out some music books there.
Just sit around making music all night long. As long as I'm making music, stay tuned wherever long. Who knows, maybe someday I'll come up with a song. But before it's time to fuss and fight, long enough to sing along. I believe in music. Music is love, love is music, if you know what I mean. People who believe in music are the happiest people I've ever seen. So clap your hands, stomp your feet, shake your tambourine. Lift your voices to the sky, God loves you if you sing. Everybody sing, I believe in music. Oh, I believe in love. Sing it to me, children. I believe in music. Oh, I believe in love. The music is the universal language, and love is the key. The world of peace and understand, living in harmony. So take your brother by the hand, let's sing along with me. Find out what it really means to be young and rich and free. Everybody sing, I believe in music. Oh, I believe in love. Sing it to the children, I believe in music. Oh, I believe in love. I believe in music. Oh, I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. I believe in music. I believe in love. One more time now. I believe in music. I believe in love.
All right, y'all got your phone and Sherman, take the piano over here. This is pretty much up to you at this point. We haven't practiced this. Now, this next song is one of the first songs that we sang together. It was the Coca-Cola commercial. I'd like to teach the world to sing.
We sang at the band concert.
We sang at the band concert at Dave Hart Hospital. Yep. And most of us have not sung this since then. I agree. All right.
Okay, here we go. I'd like to teach you what to say. You guys ready? Yes. Since all the ladies and the tenors join in.
We're trying to remember the choreography.
I don't think
Okay, here we go. That's a song that I sing. A song that we sing that goes on and never goes away. Modulation, help me find the way. I'd like to teach the world to sing perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms, keeping company.
There's a reason that we haven't sung that song in 40 years. Now remember what that reason is. Okay, we're going to do the first part of the song. This is the first song. You'll just
So we're going to just go down?
all right. It's going to be the Carpenters song next, okay? Carpenters. Oh, this is the first song. The only one you've got there.
So just the first one.
Pay no attention to that arrow that's drawn over there. Yeah, what's that arrow? Yeah, what's that arrow? We don't know.
So
hearts in there, but that's okay. Sing to the Lord a new song.
Sing it.
This is the song that Sherman wrote, originally wrote. Oh, Eddie wants us this way so they can see some video. This is the song that Sherman wrote it, and he came back one summer and directed it for us. I'm not sure how many of them have even sang it before, but I'm sure it'll be as good as some of the rest of them. Debbie's going to help us out. Thank you, Debbie. I sang it, I know nothing of that.
Okay, we're gonna bring Miss Evelyn up here. You want me to sing with you? What? Sonny. It's funny. Who put this stuff together? Okay, we're gonna do Sonny now.
Miss Evans, we needed one more practice.
Just needed a practice.
Anybody need one?
Hope you can cut my big head out of that.
This is another one of those ones we haven't done in 40 years. And all I can say is, isn't it good that this is free entertainment? Because if we'd have had to give you a refund, we'd just be out of luck right now. Yeah. All right, you gonna turn pages for me? Okay.
Remember to repeat those first 4 bars. First 4 bars.
First 4 bars.
So do 4 songs before you actually sing.
Yeah, that little dot on the end means repeat.
Got that, yeah. Repeat, yeah. Back to the top.
Okay, watch out for that dot.
So right on it. Knock that out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sunny.
was interesting.
Again, no practice.
Okay, Miss Evelyn.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's the nice and you've been you long. Well, you swell, Dolly. I can tell, Dolly. You're still growing, you're still growing, you're still going strong. Your arms swaying, the band's playing on a hill of later songs. They kept telling me, Mother, you're going to be surprised. Don't be nervous. No, I'm not nervous. They were nervous. Trying to dress me, getting secrets, and all that stuff. Anyway, you sound wonderful. I'm thrilled.
Now you just lied.
Well, you do need more practice. Even if you came out, David. But I want to tell you, this young man here is a marvelous, marvelous musician. You have no idea. I mean, he was really shy. Okay. And we only had it, what, a year, you said? Even that. Playing entirely different music. Maybe that was because we did Hello Dolly and things like that. But you know, when you do music, you've got to be well-rounded because you're entertaining people. You're trying to, you know, teach them something and enjoy doing it. That's the key. Because it makes people feel better, doesn't it? And it makes you feel better singing. It gives you wonderful health. I don't have to take medication. I'm serious, you gotta stay healthy. You use your lungs, it's gonna keep you healthy. So remember that, it causes good health. And pass that on to people. But be positive, we've gotta change the world. Now I guess this song, you playing for me?
What are you singing?
How'd you get music to?
I think we're gonna have a rehearsal.
Audience request,
This is for all the men in this audience. I'm not going to embarrass mine. That's my son-in-law. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine.
Thank you.
I need Laura on this. I could dance all night, I could dance all night, and still ask for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I don't know how it's so exciting when all the drums are hard to fly. I could dance with him, we got to dance with him. I could dance all night. This is one of the most requested songs every time I've sung. And my sister's here, she knows I've been singing all my life. I started singing when I was 4. And we had a radio show in Orlando, remember? It was live talent. I've been trying to get that started again because it's really wonderful. I sang I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. Guess what? I still am. Like selling soap. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. Sing with me. From land to land and down the mountainside. The summer's warm and all the roses falling. It's you must go and I must fly. But only
Darlene, you gotta come back because they need practice. It's been wonderful, and I thank you so much. I gotta say thank you, my baby.
Go ahead.
And I appreciate it. Chrissy and Darlene, thank you so much.
Can I just have the planning committee, please stand? Debbie, Laurie, Deb, David, and then Sherwin join us, thank heavens.
Wonderful job. I don't know whether you know this, but the first thing that I wanted to see when I came here was the inside of that auditorium. Nobody sent me pictures, I kept asking. So we almost passed the auditorium entrance the other day, and they haven't told me a thing that they're going to do. So I said, oh, you know, I'd really like to see the inside of that auditorium. And she just did a Yui. I knew that's where it was going. It is absolutely beautiful. If you haven't been to the auditorium, you need to go. Even they do tours. Excuse me.
Special yesterday.
I asked him if they did tours. So if you wanted to see it, go ask him for it. You can call him. It was wonderful, and that was a gift that I tried to give to the community, to the region, and to these wonderful groups you heard today. Thank you.
Don't go away, we're not done yet. Yes. Are you gonna set it up? Go ahead, set it up.
Tammy Cason Cullens could not be here tonight. She had a prior commitment, but back in 2007, my mother was very ill, and she had requested, Tammy and I had done this duet several times, and she had requested that we have this at her funeral. So Tammy and I recorded it, and I included it on my CD. It's called I've Just Seen Jesus. And I'm singing the soprano and Tammy's singing the alto. So since Tammy couldn't be here, I wanted to play this.
That's a beautiful song.
Play this for you. Hope you enjoy.
Is that the right one? Am I gonna have to turn you down?
was dead, it is finished, he said. We had watched as his life ebbed away. And Joel stood around till the guards took him down, just afraid for his body that day. It was late afternoon when we gathered to the tomb, wrapped his body and sealed up the grave. Though I know how you feel, his death is so real, but please listen and hear what I say. I've just seen Jesus. I tell you, He
got all that one, Beth. What? Kathy? Kathy?
I don't know how you people remember everything you remember. Maybe it's because I had music morning, noon, and night at my house with Mrs. Jones too. I don't know. But I can't remember the dates that you guys remember or anything else. But I do know that when I heard that they were having this little party, I knew I was going to be there. Because you were just that important in my life to me. When I left here in 1976, I went to St. Petersburg with my mom and started to St. Petersburg Junior College. I was a very rebellious young woman and decided I wasn't going to do that. I was going to work at McDonald's for the rest of my life. So, yes, not anything like you. So, I quit that, and my mother talked me into going to Tampa College, where I got a medical assistant receptionist degree for 6 months. Well, 2 months after I started the school, my brother Vic came home, went to the hospital to apply for a job, and he says, "You should come with me and see if they'll hire you." He wanted me out of McDonald's. I'm sure my mother did too. I said, "I don't want to work in any hospital." And he said, "Well, you're right. Don't worry about it, because they probably wouldn't hire you anyway." And I said, "Well, now let's just try it. If let me change, I'll be right with you." So we went, we both interviewed, and we both got the job. And they asked me when I could start. And I said, "Well, I have to give my employer a month's notice." So I gave him McDonald's 2 weeks notice, came back to Avon Park for 2 weeks and told my mother I was never coming back, which I did go back. And I worked at that hospital for a very long time and realized that when I broke my wrist one day and was on the last day of my vacation and had no money saved and nothing going on in my life and had to give up my apartment, I realized that I needed to do something with my life. And all of the things that I learned here in Avon Park, and you can say what you want, McDonald's was a great job. It taught me a lot. But I learned a lot of discipline from this Young Highlanders group. I mean, I sang in churches, all of them. And I sang in school, in chorus and everything. But to have a group like this big, and to have the dedication of Mrs. Jones meant a lot to me. So, anyway, just to give you a little update, I decided I'd go to nursing school, went to nursing school, graduated, and moved to Jacksonville, where I lived with my mom and her husband and her 2 grandchildren that she has raised, and met my husband. We didn't get married right away, but we did finally move to Colorado Springs, got married, went off to Las Vegas, and eloped. And
That's fun.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then we moved to New Jersey, where I've been for 17 long years. 5 more long ones to go, and then we'll be coming back to Florida.
All right, Avon Park.
I was very blessed to be able to grow up in Avon Park and to be involved in all the wonderful experiences of music I've had. Like I said, my mom and my dad, I lived music all of my life. But the Young Highlanders were very special to me. It was a very special group. And not only were you a good friend, and I count you as a friend, because there were many times that you were there for me during some rough times in my life. And not just a teacher, but a good friend. So.
Yeah, I saw you accidentally. I had to pick up her friend's car. I was driving for GE company, one of my many jobs. And I would see people all over. Well, I had to go to her home. I didn't know this, but where she was living, and had to bring the car back to Orlando. use a lease car.
Just come in.
Who was there but Kathy?
I'm like,
I think she had a heart attack.
That's Jones?
Did we tell him?
Sure will go. Well, you don't have to tell him, he can win.
Okay, guys.
We need all the singers back up here. And Miss Evelyn, we're gonna let you come up. I want, yes, you're gonna direct. You will. One of the neat things, all right. One of the neat things that she taught us was to sing without direction. You learn the music and you get up and perform it. She was not going to stand in front of us and direct us. She did. But we're going to have you direct us on this one. Because this is, we need you. This is the Wachowski arrangement of Battle Hymn of the Republic, which has been a favorite of everyone's over the years. I know it's one of your favorites. And we would be honored to have you direct us on this. Okay?
This is one they really did. You have to have a big voice. They created
Together. I'm going to go down here and seven the boys.
You got the music there? Have you got music? Have you got music?
Oh, great.